quick things. It's not a personal feeling of mine. I do, you know, I just wish people could be free and liberated and violence stop happening to them, and that people wouldn't have to sacrifice themselves. So it's not a personal feeling that I have that I want it to be that way. Two, material conditions. Marginalized people, we don't have a lot of stuff at our disposal or to our discretion. What do I actually or honestly have under my control? If I could war it out over Facebook emojis, I would. I would get stripped, I would do all of that. And if that could be the terrain in which we could struggle for liberation, we would. But it's not, right? It comes down to material conditions, and they use tanks and all these other things. We don't got that, we got our bodies. That's it. All I can do to block this jail is stand here. I don't have a contractor who can come and build a wall around the jail entrance to make sure nobody goes in. You know what I mean? So two, it's also a thing of material condition. And three, it goes back to the question of the panel, to the narrative of violence. If I controlled anything else as a black person, or resisted any other way as a black person, that was not my own, in some way, self-destruction, using my body, putting my body, that would be considered violent. So if I stood here and I was like, oh, I'm gonna block the jail, they'd be like, oh, that's heroic. But if I said, no, I'm gonna make the chief stand there and block it, they would say that was violent, right? So I'm serious. So any other use of anything that's not yourself would be considered violent. Then we'd be back on this discourse of whether or not that was effective or